Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about some very sultry, sexy, flirty, a lot of floral but some fruity and some smoky and some tobacco scents that are perfect for date night, perfect for cuffing season, perfect for snuggling up with your boo on a cold winter's night. So a lot of these you've probably heard of. They're not all new by any means, but yeah, they're all pretty good. Most of them, actually I'd say all of them are great for fall and winter. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about has been a real hit this year. It's a little divisive. Some people think that it smells 80s, but some people think that it smells pretty close to the original. So this is Abiyedh Scarlet by Latafa. So this is like a cherry, rose, and leather scent. And yeah, it's really kind of deep and kind of smoky. So it's like a dark, juicy cherry. I actually don't think cherry is listed in the official note breakdown, but in the original that it is duping, which is Christian Louboutin's Fétiche la Rose, there is a cherry note. I think there's another berry in here maybe. And then there's a little bit of a leathery accord, and it's a little bit smoky as well. The rose in here is a big, dark, jammy rose. So I have sampled the original, the Fétiche la Rose, several times, and this is a lot lighter. It's a little bit watery-er. So it's not quite as sticky sweet. It's not quite as deep as the original. In fact, yeah, but you know what? It's getting deeper the longer I've had it. So there are some slight variations, but yeah, this is a really nice one. It's a big, deep, jammy rose with some red fruits, so it is sweet. There's something mildly leathery in here, which adds to the sex appeal. And there's something a little bit smoky as well. It opens with some kind of pepper, I believe. Maybe even some rhubarb. I believe there's rhubarb in the original, because I believe the original was created by Quinton Biche, and he's really fond of that note. So yeah, it's really seductive. I would wear this at night for sure. I haven't worn it to the office. I actually haven't had many occasions to wear it, but I have worn it just for myself. I've worn it out at night, not necessarily on a date, but it does draw attention and it will get you compliments. So if you're looking for something that's close to Fétiche la Rose by Christian Louboutin, but nowhere near the price point, this is gonna do the job. This comes in at probably around $35. So again, that was Abiyedh Scarlet by Latafa. One of the, I have a lot of the Abiyedhs, and this is definitely one of the best. Okay, so we've got 10 fragrances to get through, so let's move on quickly. Now, the next one is one that didn't get any hype. It really didn't get any hype, but it is so beautiful, and I don't know that it's duping anything. Let me know down in the comments if this fragrance reminded you of anything. So this is La Charmante Eclatant by Maison Alhambra. Really beautiful ornate bottle. It's got these little inlays here, and yeah, it's just from the looks of it, you can probably tell that this is gonna be kind of a rosy fragrance, and it is. So this is gonna be closer to something like your Delina, but it's not a Delina dupe. Oh gosh, this is so wonderful. So this is like a fresh, kind of almost, not a sparkling rose, but it's like a fresh rose and some other white florals with some musk for sure, a lot of musk. Really soft, silky musk. Maybe a little bit of citrus at the top. And I believe there is some patchouli in the base as well. So there's something a little grown about this. So this is just a really beautiful, could be worn during the day. I've worn it to the office. This is, there's somewhat of a designer quality to it. Yeah, it's just, It's really sweet. There's definitely a sugary accord in here. So it's a sugared rose. There's something a little bit earthy on the dry down. It's very musky, and there's a little hint of fruit, maybe a raspberry or something in here. There might even be a chantilly. You know what? I think there might be a whipped cream or a chantilly cream in here as well. So it's like a sweet, fluffy, somewhat aquatic rose with musk, and I believe there's a patchouli dry down. It's just really, really good. I can't believe it didn't go viral. The first time I laid my nose on this, I was like, whoa, this is so good. And it smells like something you could easily put in a Miss Dior bottle, or, you know, some kind of like a designer bottle with like a youthful edge. But anybody could wear this. Like, it's not old lady and it's not for teenagers. Anybody could wear this, and it's just so beautiful. Check it out. That is La Charmante Eclatant by Maison Alhambra. Beautiful bottle too, and I got mine on Amazon. Okay. Let's get into a really deep rose that is doing a very, very excellent job at recreating the designer that it's duping. And this would be Rose Origami by Maison Alhambra. So this is an inspiration of Cafe Rose by Tom Ford, which I have owned previously, and it smells exactly like it. It smells exactly like it. So this is a really deep, sultry, earthy rose with coffee notes. What else does it have? Oh my goodness. It's a bit powdery, so you've got to like powder to like this one. There's something in it that may remind you a bit of Portrait of a Lady. So it does have a little bit of a vintagey vibe. Now, I'm not saying this is old fashioned, and I'm not saying this is an old lady, you know, rose, not to offend anybody, but we all know what I'm talking about when I say that. But this is just a really deep, dark, but powdery rose, kind of gothic, has a coffee to it, just a hint. So the rose far outweighs the coffee in here. And what I like to do with this one sometimes is I like to take one of my coffee fragrances and layer it on top, just to bring out some of that kind of roasty espresso, you know, accords. So yeah, really sultry. This would be good for like a very serious date, or a date where you meet, like, you already know the ending that you're trying to achieve. So really, really sexy, really seductive, really powerful projection. This is gonna last forever. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a safe blind buy. I would say you have to like rose for sure, because this isn't like this one. If you didn't necessarily like rose, this one's a little sugared. It's on the lighter side, and you probably would at least like this one a little bit, even if you're not into rose. This one, you have to be committed to the rose, okay? You have to like it. You have to like a big jammy rose, and you have to like a little bit of a coffee scent. So really, really yummy. Perfect for cold weather. Absolutely. I wouldn't wear this in the heat. This is a winter date. Imagine yourself in like a faux fur with your heels on. You're all in red or you're all in black. You're going to some, you know, fine dining, or maybe even like a jazz club. You're going to some kind of like nighttime entertainment. This is really going to work out for you. So again, that was Rose Origami by Maison Alhambra. Spot on dupe. Spot on dupe. Okay, let's move on to something that I bought over the summer, but that I actually don't know if it was totally summer appropriate. So this is Portrait Ajayeb Dubai by Latafa. And this is a mango and incense scent. And I do believe it is duping something, although I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure whether it is, because I haven't smelled the thing that it might be duping, but let's just talk about it for what it is. Yeah, this is, so what you get with this is okay. So it is at once a bright, ripe, juicy mango and kind of a green mango at the same time, but in equal parts. you get a woodiness and a smokiness, and that's what makes it sexy. So of course, a juicy ripe fruit is always going to be a little bit, you know, evocative, right? But you add in the incense and the woodiness, and it's just like, I've gotten so many compliments on this. I did wear this to work a few times in the summer. We have an air-conditioned office. Again, I warn you, depending on where you live, I wouldn't necessarily wear this in the summer in the high heat. Don't be deceived by the mango aspect of it. It's not exactly a tropical mango. I imagine being in like Thailand during a thunderstorm, and you're kind of holed up in maybe like a temple because of that incense, right? So yeah, there's something fruity and something incensey in here. It's really seductive, it's really intriguing, and it's unique. You're not gonna smell a whole lot of people smelling like this. So if you wear this on a date, on a first date, I think whoever you're with is gonna think, wow, this person smells really different and I wanna know more about her. Like, this is very intriguing how she's smelling right now. It's not your typical frou-frou la-la, you know, fruits and sugar. No, this is sophisticated, this is grown. I would actually recommend this for somebody more, you know, late 20s and above. I wouldn't recommend this for a teenager or even somebody in their early 20s. They probably couldn't appreciate it. Yeah, so this is a perfect actual fall and winter scent. I know that it has mango, but trust and believe, because of the darker aspects of it, the smoke and the incense and the woodiness, it will cut through the cold, and it is a beast. This is a beast. So check it out. I got it on Amazon. It was pretty cheap because it's older too. You can probably get it for under $30 at this point. Smells absolutely niche. And again, that was Ajayeb Portrait Dubai by Latafa. Really beautiful bottle too, by the way. Okay, now if you're in the market to smell like Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian or Oriana by Parfums de Marly. I don't really like Oriana. Confession time. I don't love a lot of Parfums de Marly, but if you are looking to smell like Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, which I love and used to own, I think it's a classic and I don't think it's ever gonna go out of style, and I think it's just a really nice scent profile, then you wanna go for Fakama by Gulf Orchid. There are probably a few on the market that have this really sweet cotton candy and orange blossom scent profile, but this one is like 99% to Love Don't Be Shy. It's really like sticky sweet. It lasts a lot longer than Love Don't Be Shy. I used to have to reapply that one. Oh my God, it's just sugared goodness. So it's got orange blossom, other white florals, something almost marshmallowy. And then that cotton candy really just takes it to the next level. And I don't know why, guys. I don't know why. I mean, I guess girls do too, but guys just go crazy over these ultra sweet scents. They just do. And I love the fact that it's an orange blossom and a cotton candy, because it's something a little different, you know? Rather than something smelling pink, it smells a little bit different, a little bit more elegant. So it is really sweet. It is a really loud projector. It is a beast. You probably will still be smelling it the next day if your, you know, date goes the way that you want it to go, maybe. So yeah, this is a really good one, really spot on dupe, really sweet, sticky, but still got that white floral elegance to it. Really cheap, actually. I got this one for probably $25. It's not a new release, but people still talk about it a lot because it's so good. They did such a good job. So again, that is Fakhama by Gulf Orchid. Okay, moving on. All right, let's talk about one of my favorites. It's kind of in the same vein as the last one, but nobody talks about this one, and I'm so surprised by it. Let me just make sure. Okay, so this is another Gulf Orchid, and this is Elizabeth by Gulf Orchid. Look at that ornate bottle. Doesn't it kind of make you think of an Elizabeth, like an Elizabeth Taylor or something? There's something so vintage and ornate about it. So this is another floral that has a cotton candy note. And this also has, I believe, a whipped cream note. So, oh my God. So this is a tuberose orange blossom and cotton candy and vanilla scent that is just to die for, you guys. It is so sexy but so cozy at the same time. It's so fluffy. So whereas this one is a little bit more on the candy side, this one is fluffy. It's like a cloud. It's like, I know there's some musk in here. And yeah, just the way they did the cotton candy on this one and the way they did the tuberose and the florals, it's just like you are enveloped in this sweet white floral dream. So it definitely has a little bit of a like an orange blossom or some kind of citrusy accord. And of course I'll put the notes up on the screen. But yeah, what I really get is like a sweet tuberose, something orange, like an orange blossom, cotton candy, whipped cream, maybe that's just the texture that I'm getting, whipped cream. And then a very creamy musky dry down. It's creamy and fluffy, you guys. When I first got this, I was wearing it 24/7. I wore it to bed. I wore it when I woke up. I wore it on the weekends. I wore it to work. Huge compliment magnet. Huge compliment magnet. It projects pretty well as the others. I mean, no problems with it. But to me, sometimes if something has a lot of musk in it, it makes me go anosmic or nose blind. So I end up reapplying. And this is one of those that I would be careful, because just because you don't smell it doesn't mean you're not bombing everybody else around you with it. So if you think you don't smell it anymore, step outside, move from like your office to your car, and you'll get whiffs of it and you'll know she's still there. So, oh my God, this is one of my favorites. This has got to be, I should do ranking videos, but this has got to be like number 1 or 2 of my top sexiest under $50. So again, check her out, really cheap. You can get her for really cheap online right now because she's a little bit older and nobody talks about her, and she should have been hyped up to the stratosphere. It's crazy. So that was Elizabeth by Gulf Orchid. Okay, let's move on to one that we're gonna go through the fruits and then we're gonna end on like smoldering, okay? So let's talk about Petra from Latafa. I know like a lot of you, if not all of you, have probably checked this one out or own it. And don't you think it's so sexy? Don't you think this is like, oh my goodness, yeah. This is a tuberose coconut dream. This is like, and plum liqueur, tuberose, plum liqueur, coconut, something. There's supposedly spices in here, but I barely get that. It's just incredible, you guys. It's boozy. This is like yacht date. This is winter holiday date. Makes you feel like you're partying on a Grecian island, but with your boo, or you're just trying to draw somebody in, you know. This is really juicy and creamy and boozy, and I just think it's so sexy. I was wearing it to summer nighttime events. I wouldn't wear this on a hot day if it were humid. I think this is a perfectly fall appropriate fragrance because it projects like crazy and it's thick. It's thick, it's creamy, it projects, and it's got that really, really noticeable boozy note. So I don't know. I mean, I know it's a summer, you know, it came out in the summer, and I know it seems like a summer perfume, and it could be a summer perfume, and it even has like this Mediterranean motif on here, which is really pretty, by the way. This is a very pretty bottle. Look at the cap. But I totally think that this is like a fall appropriate date night fragrance. Really fun. So this is for like a fun date. This is for like, you know, not anything too serious, I would say. This was a good party perfume for me. I was wearing this a lot to like parties, you know. So anyway, yeah, tuberose, creamy tuberose, coconut, plum liqueur, a little bit of spice, heaven. It's amazing. Check out Petra by Latafa. Okay, so let's go into something that's really polished but sexy. This was a really, really big hit this year too, and I'm talking about none other than Musimom White by Latafa. And let me know if you guys have gotten your noses on Musimom Black, because I'm really curious about that one. So Musimom White is, it's so elegant. It's like coconut white florals and saffron. So it is creamy. It is like creamy and clean. It's creamy, clean, and chic, but the mild spices in here and a little bit of a woody dry down make it alluring. It makes it really sexy in my opinion. This smells like it could cost several $100s. I don't even know that it's trying to dupe anything. I don't think it is trying to dupe anything. I think this is just a really chic, grown woman, you know, totally like executive appropriate. Like this would be great if you were an executive, pardon the dogs once again. A good work scent, but a good day to night scent, okay? So if you wore this to work, and this is a power move. If you wear this to work, by the way, this is a power move because she's sophisticated, but she's sexy. You wear it to work, then you wear it at happy hour, then you maybe meet up with somebody after happy hour, or you meet someone at happy hour. They're gonna smell you and they're just gonna think money. They're gonna think, damn, she's got money and I wanna know more about her. And I want to lean in closer and smell her more because she smells like, to me, this smells like, I know this is going to sound crazy, but it kind of smells like the inside of a Louis Vuitton handbag, but with a little bit of coconut and a tiny bit of spice. Yeah, it's got like that clean suede smell. It's like white florals, a hint of something creamy like a coconut, and like a really clean suede, and that's probably coming from saffron. So anyway, love this one. Wore it a lot in the summer. I think you can wear this one all season. This is all season appropriate. This is one of those ones that is so well blended and it doesn't really focus on anything too summery or too wintry that you could wear it all year. Huge, huge compliment getter, and that is Musimom White. Intense, intense, guys. I don't think there's a not intense, but by Latafa. All right, down to the last two. So we're gonna talk about, you guys know how much I love this one. I just think it's the sexiest fall fragrance. And it's very dark, very seductive, almost vampish, almost goth. But anybody could wear it. And this is Mashrabia by Latafa. In love, wearing her constantly this fall. This is a apple shisha accord, and sweet apple shisha accord, slightly smoky, tobacco. It's got to be a little bit of leather, plum, or some kind of red fruits. On an earthy base. This is incredible. It's incredible. So this is supposedly a dupe of Smoking Hot by Kilian. And it does smell quite a bit like Smoking Hot by Kilian. So we've got two really good Kilian dupes here. This I paid about $45 for. Depending on where you get it, you can probably get it for a little bit less. I wouldn't pay more than that though, because you can definitely get this for $45 and under. This is unisex, but I think it's so good on a lady. I think it's so good. I mean, I haven't smelled this profile on a man, but a lot of ladies talk about this one. It's sweet from that apple shisha accord. There's something a little bit festive about it. There are some mild spices in here, and it's just like smoky and enveloping, and it projects like an absolute beast. And you're gonna wanna get your nose on this one if you haven't, because it layers really well with a lot of stuff. You could layer this with something fruity. You can layer this with something spicy. I mentioned a couple layering combos in one of my previous videos. I bet you could go crazy and even layer this with something like this, because this is pretty two-dimensional, right? This is just like white florals and cotton candy. I bet you could layer something really sweet on top of this and take it up a notch, and I bet that would be incredible. So again, that is Mashrabia by Latafa. Okay, last one. This is gonna be a part one because there are a lot of other sexy fragrances from the affordable Middle Eastern line. So let's end on a fall classic, and one that you must get your nose on if you have not. This is Tobacco 01 by Swiss Arabian. And not to take away her spotlight, but I promise I'm gonna do a review on Vanilla 01, okay? But let's talk about this lovely lady for a minute. Unisex, but I'm calling her a lady. Oh my goodness gracious. This is just the smoothest, slightly sweet tobacco scent. This could be, hold on. This could be in an Initio bottle. It really could. It opens bright. It opens bright and a little tiny bit spicy. There's definitely a citrus on the opening. Oh, and then it's slightly leathery, but like suede-y. And then you just get the smoothest, driest tobacco. And it's not overly sweet. Like, this is not like a tobacco and honey, not even close. But yeah, it just stays kind of clean and bright, but also a little bit dark and smoky and sultry. Like, it's unisex, okay, it is. But if you're a woman who's afraid of tobaccos, and I'm gonna do a feminine tobaccos video soon, probably like next week or something, this is a great entry point into tobacco, because this is not like a cigar. This is not like, you know, you're in a cigar shop or you're around people smoking cigars or cigarettes or like any kind of like hookah, shisha, anything like that. No. The tobacco is just giving it something kind of mildly dry and roasty. And oh my goodness. This is, I haven't had this for that long, but I just know that it's gonna deepen as I let it sit. But right out the gate, it's so wearable. It's earthy, it's dry, it's mildly spicy, it's mildly sweet. And it's just so intriguing. It's so intriguing. I know people go nuts about this one. Like every major influencer that you've watched has recommended this one, and they're not lying, guys. Like they're not lying. Even if they have paid partnerships with these brands, like you'll like it. Spray it out. When you first get it, go outside and spray it out 8 to 10 times, put the cap on and let it sit for about a week and come back to it. Because when you first get it, you're kind of gonna be like, what's going on here? Like, what am I smelling? It's only after you let it introduce some oxygen to the formula and let it mature a little bit more that you're gonna get the beautiful, amazing, sexy complexity of this fragrance. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So perfect for fall and winter, so perfect for a date night. It's, you know, if you're a mature person and you're going on a date with another mature person, this would be perfect. This isn't like, oh, I'm 19 and I'm going on a, you know, my first date with another 19-year-old to see a movie. No, this is like, let's say you're going on like an intellectual date. That's what I'll say. You're going to a gallery opening, something like that, okay? But yeah, just really rich, smooth, a little bit bright, tiny bit spicy. I wouldn't even say it's smoky. It's just that dry, smooth tobacco. So anyway, I love her to death. That is Tobacco 01 by Swiss Arabian. I'll probably always keep her in my collection because she's one of the best tobaccos I've ever laid my nose on. And okay, that's it for part 1, you guys, of sexy under $50, date night under $50, affordable Middle Easterns. Thank you so much for joining me once again. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just feel like my channel is growing exponentially every day. I must be doing something right. And I really appreciate you being here and giving me a thumbs up and a share and a subscribe and maybe even a hype. I don't know if it gives you the hype button yet, but in a couple more days, I'm gonna be talking about some brand new releases that are not Vanilla Aura and Vanilla Seduction, but I have some new ones. I have Pinkling, I have December Ambar, and I have Milky Way. So tune back in a couple days, and until then, have a great night. Bye.